So what has been going on here all day, Van?
I've been moving stuff around.
I know, but why?
I'm looking for my birth certificate, and I called you like 3 times today, and you weren't available.
Did you look in my files?
I did look in the file cabinet.
Did you look under Ben? Important documents?
I saw that. That was in the subsection of Ben.
Did you see Ben? Not so important documents?
I saw that. Yeah, wasn't in there.
Did you see Ben to be filed?
I didn't find it in any of the files.
Yeah.
But I did find this picture that I can't get over. Look at this.
God, I haven't seen this for about 25 years.
Who is that?
That's Sharon Koppleman. Remember I told you about Koppleman and Katz? We were a folk act.
Oh, right. Oh, that's Sharon.
She was my partner, and she was my partner in life. She was my old lady, as they used to say in those days.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
We were into some very heavy stuff.
What? Some what?
For 3.5 years, she was my main squeeze. We were lovers.
You were lovers?
Yeah.
Isn't there another word for that wouldn't make me so nauseous?
I was her old man. I'm your old man now, but then I was her old man. Yeah. It's at different times.
I thought you were just, I assumed that you were just...
We both played the guitar, acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
But we did the whole circuit. We were good. We would do the folk clubs, we did demonstrations, sit-ins.
Just tell me one thing, that you guys didn't snap instead of clap, because I hate that.
No, we never did that.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks a little crazy, in the eyes.
In the 60s, we all stayed up late.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got the crazy eyes.
Yep. It was such a different time for everybody.
Well, whenever I see a picture of you from back then, that it looks like you were trying too hard to be one of those people who was freewheeling and carefree and all the free words.
Well, it's not easy to do that.
That's a big belt, Dad,
Not in proportion to my collar. And nobody wore a bra in those days.
Really? Well, they were all burnt.
Well, she used to preheat her bra. She sort of hedged the issue, So, Laura, when I don't know if I ever told you this, when I was in college, I was half of a folk act, Koppleman and Katz.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever hear of them?
Mm.
We used to have this very cute little way of introducing ourselves. We would say to the audience, I'd go, she's Koppleman, and she'd go, he's Katz. And then she'd say, I'm Koppleman, and I'd say, I'm Katz. Koppleman and Katz. That's. Yeah, it was cute. And you can, you feel free to say no, but I would love it if you would just for one very sentimental moment for me, if you would, when I say she's Koppleman, if you just say he's Katz.
Seriously?
Yep. Would you do that for me? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say she's Koppleman. She's Koppleman. She's Koppleman. Then you go, he's Katz.
He's Katz.
Let's try it again. She's Koppleman.
He's Katz.
And now say, I'm Koppleman. And that's all I'm going to ask. Please. It'll mean a lot to me. I got about 3 minutes before my first patient shows up. Just say, I'm Koppleman.
I'm Koppleman.
I'm Katz. We're Koppleman and Katz. And that's that.
Are we done?
I'm pretty happy. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. I don't know. I just feel like I have no one to share it with. I'm trying to be a good father. There's some proud moments. My daughter's 3 years old. She's gone 6 months now without a cigarette.
Mazel tov.
And I try to get involved. It's very important. I change the cat box before my kids play in it.
Huh.
And my wife is a feminist, always competing with me. She says men are inferior because they can't carry life in their belly. Yeah, I had a tapeworm this big. Looked just like me, a little balding worm with glasses. I raised him like a son. Little boober. When we first got married, we agreed no cheating on one another, unless our wildest fantasy could come true. So we wrote them down on little pieces of paper. She picked Kevin Costner, and I picked Cindy Crawford. So, after a year went by, I said, honey, why don't we update the list? So she picked Brad Pitt, and I picked our babysitter. And I won, and she won't accept that.
I thought maybe between patients, I'd pick a little guitar. You know why I'm gonna pick a little guitar?
Why?
'Cause I'm just a guitar picking fool, fresh out a guitar picking school. That's a song we used to do. Looking
Really?
for a guitar picking gal. I'll bet my guitar picking life she'll be my guitar picking wife. And we will pick our guitar's teeth and drool. Sing this with me. Go. Sometimes, Okay. What do you think? And be honest with me.
I don't like folk music.
No?
No, not really. Just
Well,
whenever I listen to folk music, it's just so grating.
Don't put a label on it. I mean, don't put that label on it if you hate it.
It's just the kind of thing that after you listen to it for a little while, all you can think of is shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah. But what we did
And
then...
the trees and the flowers and
Yeah.
the children
Oh, I
and the
hate-
people and the merry-go-round.
Oh, sure, I hate that stuff, too. I'm with you.
It's too trilly. Why did they do
Yeah.
that?
That was considered at the time intense. That
Oh.
very fast vibrato. What we now consider annoying, they used to call intense.
But a lot of men think I'm really hot. I can't really help that.
Uh-huh.
It's not really something I can control, I find. My hotness and my heat,
Right.
and it's my incredible figure. Like I need that, and my personality, which is such a threatening package. It's the only reason I can think of that I'm alone.
Well,
I'm always trying to figure out the way to get the right guy, and I should go with a more professional man or younger man or older man. And my new category is guys whose families are dead. I'm looking for a Bosnian love connection because I can't deal with the families anymore.
yeah.
I have to keep going to one war-torn country after the next and find the, dead guy family guy who's hunky and sensitive and can appreciate me. I'm also really into Lyle Menendez,
I remember that.
whose parents are dead. So that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I just think he's got something. And I suppose this, you would probably say that I'm just setting myself up again for a, quote, unavailable man. But I think he's very bright. He went to Princeton.
Yeah.
He didn't do so well there, but he had to kill his parents, like his junior year. And I think everything will work out really well as long as I don't make him mad. Because, he can be.
Sure.
But that's cool. We all go through fate. Oh, like you've never had a day when you wanted to kill your parents. And reload. Come on. Dr. Katz, I'm going to need you to hold me for this next part.
Yeah, I don't think that's such a good idea, Kathy.
If we could spoon and I could be on the inside.
And why do you get to be on the inside?
Because I'm small, it makes me feel small and feminine. It's the same reason I like to be picked up and carried.
Yeah.
And also maybe like thrown up into the air and caught. But not in an aggressive way, but in a playful way. That's a little bit threatening, but not very. I also like to be bench pressed.
Uh-huh.
And I like to punch guys really hard in the stomach. When they've maybe done some ab work and they're really proud of it and they say, come on, hit me. And I say, oh, honey, no. And I'll give them a little girl punch and they'll go, come on, don't insult me, hit me. Come on, harder, you can do better than that. Come on, hit me. And then I hit them really hard and then they act like it didn't hurt. But I go right for the windpipe.
What?
Let me ask you a quick question. Is my dad acting a little odd today? He didn't make you sing the Koppleman Katz thing, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I did it too. I'm Koppleman. He's Katz. I'm Koppleman. He's Katz. You're annoying, and I'm your son.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't want to do it with me, would you?
No.
I'm Katz.
Doctor,
Yes.
maybe I should join a subculture and just be in a biker gang. Although, if you're actually in one, you call it a club.
It sounds good.
It doesn't to be say, hey, I joined a new club. It's a biker club / gang.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of have a fantasy about that where, I just don't have to worry anymore and I'm on the back of some guy's Harley and he has like a name. You know how biker people don't have their real name. Their name is never, Jaime or something. And so his biker name would be like Trouble. And I got to call him Trouble because where trouble goes, I follow. And he's a freak because, I enjoy the freaks so much.
Yeah, why that type of man?
I just like the freaky men. The men that are askew in some way. The men that don't bow down to the man, the nonconformist freak. The freakazoids.
Well, how do you think your parents will feel when you bring home trouble?
Oh, my parents would be they'd hate trouble.
This is really about getting back at your parents. You're so angry at them for something. Kathy, let's try something. Let's do a little role playing.
Okay.
I'll play the part of your father. Introduce me.
Dad, this is Trouble. Don't give him any of your lip.
Hi, Trouble.
And maybe I'll call him Daddy-O. Hey, Daddy-O, what gives? What's the jig? Trouble's gonna cut you.
Honey, can you get Trouble something to drink? Trouble, what would you like?
All right, at this point, my mom would be passed out. I'm just saying.
And how would your mother react? What's she like?
She's very nurturing, and she's also in a huge amount of denial. So she would, and Trouble would be standing there before her with the leather vest and the tattoos and the gut hanging out.
Yeah.
But when she looked at him, she would see a 9-iron and the shorts and then the print golf shirt. She would see basically a young Jack Nicklaus, their dream match for me.
Way back in '68, we thought we saw the light. We stood for what we stood for, 'cause we all knew wrong from right.
Wow.
We went to lots of meetings, and we talked of war and hate. Just to show you how long ago I wrote this, but now we're closing in on 30. And we've started getting straight, which had a different meaning in those days. And then it goes, hey diddle diddle diddle, hey diddle diddle. No, not.
I'm still looking for the birth certificate, and I can't find it.
Did you try the shoebox?
I didn't try the shoebox, but
Okay.
I got stuck in the crawl space. I checked the closet, and I'll tell you something, Dad. I did find a lot more hippie stuff.
Did you?
Like a lot of the Sharon era stuff.
What stuff did you find?
I found a couple of patches, patches for your clothes.
Right.
I found a couple peace sign necklaces.
Yeah.
And then I found a keep on truckin' bumper sticker.
The peace signs, you know what those peace signs?
Yeah.
One was mine, and one was Sharon's.
Uh-huh.
They were really engagement rings, those.
The peace signs.
Only hipper. You know what I mean?
No. I don't speak your lingo, Dad. You were going to get married?
Well, had things worked out. If I had gone with her to California.
You would have married her.
We very likely could have become husband and wife,
Well, why didn't you go?
I just didn't want to admit that I didn't know how to drive a stick.
I got married this year.
That's great.
I had to buy an engagement ring, and I have incredibly poor taste in jewelry. I would have preferred just handing my wife the money. Here, will you marry me? No? How much more? Do you take Visa? I think the engagement ring is a form of payment, though.
Right.
I mean, it's a statistical fact that women who never get married live longer than women who do, but men who never get married don't live as long as men who do. It's only fair, then, some type of compensation is extended. Here, this is for the life that I'm about to suck out of you. I don't think men and women can ever communicate that well. I think women have a better grasp of language than men. Mm-hmm. There are no synonyms in a woman's vocabulary. Every word has its own shade of meaning. I didn't say that I was mad. I said that I was upset. Maybe you should listen. Women want men to be more expressive, more open with our feelings. Unfortunately, we aren't capable of being that sensitive. We simply aren't equipped with the same emotional antennae as women. They got satellite dishes. We got coat hangers with aluminum foil on the tip.
Yeah.
Women are much more verbal than men, and it's because we aren't verbal that we're rarely able to provide women with the romantic dialogue they so desire. Women should have teleprompters mounted on their foreheads. That way we could read whatever they wanted us to say and still almost make eye contact and appear sincere. Without you, my life has no meaning. I am like a bee without a flower. Je t'aime.
Distance, what city, place?
In Fresno, do you have a listing for a Sharon Koppleman that's a K like Koppleman, O like Appleman, P like Poppleman, P like Poppleman, L like Loppleman?
No. I'm sorry, sir. There's no one here under that listing.
What do you have?
I've got a Rita Coons.
Okay, I'll take that. I mean, there was one exceptional.
Really?
For you?
Yeah.
Who?
No, I had a girlfriend in college named Sharon Koppleman who, she would play my body like an accordion, you know.
Ooh. I usually hate accordion music, but I think I'd make an exception.
She was the only woman who could get me to hit the E above middle C. You know what I mean?
She's good.
Yeah. Yeah, she just...
Could you give us a little sample, or it's just too late in life, or...
Yeah, hold me closer.
Ew.
Here comes the accordion!
So Sharon, she got out of the music business and became a holistic healer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, like many of her ilk, she believes in drinking a glass of your own urine every day.
Uh-huh.
Because it contains antibodies that
Really?
supposedly help your body fight off disease. And there is some kind of medical substantiation to that theory, you know, but of course there's the downside.
Which is...
Pee-pee breath.
Yeah.
I found my birth certificate.
Oh, that's great. What did you end up finding?
It was in my pocket the whole time.
You kidding me?
No, it wasn't. It was in the...
Was
stuck,
it in the shoebox?
No, it was stuck between two drawers.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ben, what's up with the picture there?
You know, Dad, if you and Sharon had gotten together, I mean, if you had stayed together, if you had made it work instead of bailed out, maybe you would have been a big folk duet. You know, there's a million of them out there.
Yeah.
Making bundles of money.
It could have happened. I'm not saying it couldn't have happened.
And then we'd be on some beach house in one of the Santa places out there on the West Coast.
Santa Malibu.
Well, any one of those
Santa
small
Barbara.
beach towns that a lot of celebrities live in.
Yeah.
You know the best thing about being famous?
What's that?
You're better at parties.
It's a real icebreaker.
Yeah. You come in, you can say anything. Everybody laughs.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a piece.
That's right.
Everybody sucks up.
Yep.
Nobody sucks up to you.
Not now.
But maybe if you two had me, it wouldn't be Ben. You know, I'd be named after some constellation, Cassiopeia, or Orion, the Hunter. That's what you'd call me. Dad, maybe
Benny
this isn't a
boy.
good time. Okay.
Benny boy. Benny boy. I love you just the way. Wait, let me find a good. I love you just the way. I'd throw it all away. I love you just the way you are.
Ah, that hurts. Hurts so good.
We'll
Hey, Dad,
take a break, come back in a couple of minutes. You guys have been terrific.
I feel uncomfortable being here.
You know who I hate, Dr. Katz? Vietnam vets. That's who I hate.
Yeah.
What about me? Where do I fit into this? What about the draft dodger? Nobody ever says anything about the poor draft dodger. I have post-stress syndrome. Look at me. Sometimes late at night I wake up screaming, in a sweat, thinking I'm back in a disco in Montreal. My friend Marty's always talking about the Tet Offensive. Hey, I was at Woodstock with the rain and the mud and Sha-na-na. And I feel horrible about world hunger. And, last night I was watching Sally Struthers, and it was really sad. I was crying, and what can I do? What can I do? And I saw the 800 number, and I'm not bragging, but I called the 800 number, and I said, listen, you got to stop running these commercials. It's bumming me out. And I really feel like I did something. I am against sex education. You want to wipe out teen pregnancy, it begins at home. It's the parents' responsibility to sit your child down and teach them shame for their bodies. Tell your kids they're fat. That's my solution. Every time I see my children walking around, I say, drop a few pounds, you porker. They hate themselves, and I don't have to worry about the boys coming to calling.
One time I was at this nightclub.
Yeah.
I was just dancing by myself because I love doing that. I'll go dancing and I'll be in the middle of the dance floor, but I'm acting like I'm with someone else and they're getting my drink. And every so often I'll look toward the bar area and wave or put one finger up like, I'll be there in 1 minute. The other thing I'll do is, like if people are dancing, in a group, I'll just sort of act like one of them is my date. Okay, well, I admit that I have this guy in my life who is just a friend that I also have sex with sometimes.
Right.
I don't feel any shame or guilt about it because I think everyone has that person, that person that you just call at 2 a.m. and goes, who wants to get laid? And he goes, I do. And then he comes over. Anyway, one night we had just finished,
Up?
Well, we were just kind of lying there and he was doing this thing where he was just lying on the bed and sort of slowly stroking his chest. And then he decided to open up to me. And he said, sometimes, I just get so mad and I see stuff on the news and I just think, I can see how you could murder someone. And I just turned to him and I said, okay, we should go. There's traffic.
Kathy, you know what the music means. Our time is up.
Hey, you know what I love? Those songs where you, instead of saying a dirty word at the end, you change it into
right.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. I was born to be punished.
Right.
Born to be hurt. To be stepped on and treated like dirt.
Yeah.
But my love for you,
Nothing dirty yet.
girl, it won't quit. Even though I know everything you touch turns to shame on you,
I
girl,
love
right?
that.
Treated me so...
Oh, man.
More?
That gets me every
More?
time. More.
Most other fellers would just up and go.
Right.
But my love for you, girl, it won't quit.
Yeah.
Even though I know everything you touch turns to shoulda known better.
Every
I
time.
shoulda.
See?
Right? 'Cause I think you're gonna say
I should have
listen
thought you were going to say.
to my friend's advice.
Right.
But my love for you,
Yeah.
girl, it won't quit. Even though I know everything you touch turns to Sheila, don't be so cruel.
There you go again.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any cleverer than that.
This has been a presentation from Comedy Central.
Does this look familiar to you, Ben?
Oh, wow. Guess who?
That's right. You and I, we used to
Guess
play
who?
this.
Wow. Yeah.
We used to play this when you were a little guy.
Where'd you find that?
Found it in the linen closet.
When was I a little guy?
Well, briefly.
Since when do we have a linen closet?
We've always had the linen closet. Just
Where the hell am I? You want to play one?
okay. Okay, you want to go first?
Okay.
Do you remember how this goes?
Dad, I have a vague memory of not liking this game.
Just one game, Ben, please.
All right. You pick. Did you shuffle?
I shuffled. I picked.
Okay.
You pick a card now.
I pick.
Okay. Then let me see it. Does your guy wear a hat?
No. Now I remember why I hated playing this. All these faces staring at me.
Yeah. So you know what I'm doing now? I'm flipping down all the guys with hats.
I know.
Okay, so you go.
Okay.
You go now.
Is your guy wearing a hat?
No, my guy isn't wearing a hat either.
Okay. Flip.
Okay.
Oh, somebody is ahead.
Does your guy wear glasses?
No.
Why did it take you so long to answer that question?
Well, because there's a possibility he's wearing contacts. Or he needs glasses.
Well, that was not the question.
Okay, he's not wearing glasses at the moment.
Okay. Does your guy have...
Wait, I get to ask.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Is your guy, is he wearing glasses?
No, my guy is not wearing glasses.
Okay. Not wearing glasses. Also not the greatest question.
Ben, is your guy Franz?
You're just going for the win.
Yeah. Have I, in fact, guessed who your guy is?
You did guess.
Okay.
It's Franz.
Another game?
No. How did you guess? Because there was only 2 questions and all your...
I know, but you play this for a while. It's like a sixth sense, you know what I mean?
But that's not fair, guessing like that.
Well, what's the name of the game, Ben?
Guess who?
So I think without consulting the rule book that I did nothing
That's
wrong.
the part of the game I don't like, the guessing and the questions.
How do
And
you
the
like,
way the board's set up.
do you like the flipping them over?
I guess so. I like the sound.
Admit it.
All right.
Laura, Ben didn't call, did he?
No, Dr. Katz, he did not call.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you when people don't call? Because I can do that.
No, I was just wondering.
So we'll stick with the old system.
Okay, so as soon as he does call, will you interrupt me?
What?
If I'm with a patient or anything, will you interrupt me?
For what?
To talk to Ben.
I know, I'm just kidding.
You like to kid around with me, don't you, Laura?
I do, I like to have fun.
You okay?
Yeah,
Because that sounds like a nasty cough. How long have you had that?
a few days.
Well, take care of yourself.
Maybe I should go home.
Don't panic. Just take care of yourself.
So, yeah, I'm Jewish. Not serious. Not a serious Jew, obviously. I don't wear
Right.
the protective religious headgear.
Right.
A lot of Jews wear that. My brother actually wears a yarmulke. He has a yarmulke that's knitted. He's so proud of it. My girlfriend made it for me. That's great. Did you ever think she was making you a sweater and just thought, screw it? I travel. I like to travel. I went to Israel, which is, I tell you, boy, they're cocky there. God was born there, so there's no talking to those people. I mean, I'm from Jersey. We got Springsteen, so it's a different thing. But you get off the plane in Israel,
Right.
and immediately they're like, welcome to Israel, the Holy Land. And I'm like, oh, great, I'm from America, home of the Whopper. It's discouraging because it's not like regular Jews over there. It's not your, let me help you fill out your tax forms Jews. It's the, will you hold my machine gun while I take a leak Jews. They're very tough. I think the reason that Jews are bitter is we have to sit through all those TV shows around Christmas, and they're always the same. It's always the same show. Sorry, Billy, doesn't look like there's going to be a Christmas this year. But wait. Jews have holidays. We get holidays. I stay home sometimes. I don't even know why. I just stay home, We have great holidays. Yom Kippur, Jewish Day of Atonement. You don't eat for one day. All your sin for the year is wiped clean. Beat that with your Lent. Is it 40 days? Even in sin, they're paying retail.
Yeah.
You bargain with the man. He's a reasonable man. I used to remember Passover when I was a kid. I went to an elementary school that was all Italian and Irish, And I'd show up on Passover with matzah and a boiled egg on Spaghetti Day, The Fitzpatrick twins would be sitting across from me like, what do you got to eat them crackers for? All you could think was, years ago my people were slaves in the land of Egypt. And Moses came forth unto Pharaoh and said, let my people go. And then we fled through the desert to the promised land. Yeah, what do you got to eat them crackers for? So finally I told them I had stomach cancer and couldn't have anything spicy.
Last night, I'm playing this game with Ben.
Yeah.
A board game
Yeah.
that we used to play when he was little. And he was winning. And then I happened to see the card that he was concealing from me reflected in the TV set. So I guessed the winning card.
Well, wait. What are you telling me here? You guessed the winning card. You just said you saw it.
I knew it was information I wasn't supposed to have quite then.
What are you saying here? You cheated?
I cheated him at the game and I won.
You cheated your son at a board game?
Yeah, can you keep it down a little bit?
You cheated your son at a board game?
Take it up an octave.
You cheated your son at a board game?
Wait.
No, really. You
Wait,
You just saw it. You saw it and you used it?
did I just hear you say you cheated?
I think what
You
you
cheated
heard,
Ben?
Well, what you heard was Stanley repeating what I had told him in confidence.
Yeah, but you said
Can
it.
one of you play the part of Ben so I can rehearse the confession scene with him?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I'll try my
Yeah,
best.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, Ben,
Oh, hi, Dad.
you know that game we played last night?
Yeah.
I cheated.
That's good.
I meant to tell you I cheated. I saw the reflection of your card in the TV.
What are you saying to me?
I'm saying I cheated at the game and I'm sorry. And I hope that you can forgive me and we can...
Good.
I'm not having in any way destroyed your trust in me.
My world is crumbling. I don't think my world will ever be the same again. I think I'm going to kill myself.
I think you're being
this
too.
is-
That's too much.
Oh, just trying to give him the worst case scenario, because he's worried about it.
Julie, you want to take a stab at it? I don't like his interpretation of Ben.
I didn't think you would.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Dad.
Ooh.
Son, what an incredibly sultry voice you have.
Scheidner. I'm here for a 1 o'clock appointment with Dr. Katz.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Does everybody come through here, they look nuts? I mean, do I look nuts?
Could you take a seat, please?
Can I pace? Is it okay if I pace? Would it bother you if I just pace?
Slightly.
All right. If I go out in the hallway and pace, would you come and yell for me when it's my time?
No.
What do you think? I'm not sure how to live with myself now. I feel terrible. I really,
Well, let's find out. Let's approach that. First of all, what's going on in your life? Why did you suddenly get it into your mind to play this game? And playing the game, why did you have to cheat?
It's just there was the winning card glaring right at me, and I just blurted it out.
Right. To be my own one-man support group, think of all the wonderful things that you've done for Ben. I mean, yeah. Ben is a real pain in the ass.
So I should just sit down?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you mind if I tap my foot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't tap my foot and I can't pace, huh?
Mm-mm.
This is a tough waiting room.
It's tough love.
Do you think there's something to be gained by coming clean and telling him that I won the game by cheating?
I would think that honesty is probably the best policy. I think you gotta tell him.
I feel much better.
All right. I'm constipated.
Dr. Katz, you're bald, right?
I'm balding.
Yeah, see, I admire the fact that you went bald and just let it go bald. Now, I feel bad, something I can't change. Like, I had hair transplants, and I was 27,
Yeah.
And I had hair transplants. I mean, you know what, now it's like, because I went in there and the doctor's like, hey, don't worry about these hair transplants. We're going to put them behind your hairline so no one will ever actually notice them. You know what he failed to tell me was 5 years later, my hairline would not be there. Now I'm walking around with a picket fence on top of my head. I want to go back into that. I want you to put a couple little houses, little trees up there. Let's do a whole thing. Yeah, I know that I'm getting older. And my wife got pregnant with our second child, and now we had to go out and buy a minivan. It's all over for me. Dr. Katz, it's all over for me. You get a minivan, there's no turning back. You get a minivan, they just strip you down and hose you off and throw you out of Coolville because you're never going to be back there again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was different. Even though we had a four-door Ford Taurus, every once in a while I could be all alone in the car. I could take a turn a little tight. I could still fantasize. Yeah, I got a sports car. But I'm driving around in that minivan. I'm like, doot, 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 doot.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Dad, why the call?
Just checking in, just a father.
How'd you know I'd be home?
I've had good luck the last 8, 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Catching you in.
Well, it's just coincidence.
Yeah. No hidden agenda, just a dad calling up a boy saying hi.
Well, not just any boy, right?
No, calling up his boy.
Oh, Dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we didn't get a chance to talk after the game last night. I feel like there's something...
I don't have a whole heck of a lot of time here, Dad.
Something that I need to say to you about it?
Dad, it's a game for kids, you know?
I don't like always winning at games.
Well, you don't always win.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah. You're not great at the board games.
My question was...
Yeah.
As a kid,
mm-hmm.
I guess playing that game last night brought up some...
issues?
Some issues.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when I was a kid, you didn't play real games with me. I mean, not like physical games. Like, we didn't play catch.
Well, that's because neither of us really like to sweat that much.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
No, Dad, I just wish that maybe, that you had been more...
athletically...
active,
yeah.
With me.
Well, we used to go camping once a year.
I'm talking about catch, Dad. You know what that is, right?
Catch always seemed to me the most pointless of all games. I have a ball.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to give it up.
Yeah.
So I toss it to you.
Right.
What happens?
I catch it.
You catch it.
Throw it back.
And immediately it becomes my responsibility again.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
Ben here.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look well.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah. Hey, as a kid, Laura, as a kid, did your mom and dad, did they take you to a lot of games and do a lot of stuff with you, like play catch and the... I'm just wondering, because, my dad, I've been thinking back, and I'm realizing my dad never even took me to a ball game.
Did you like baseball?
No.
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 What's your point?
You want to go to the ball game?
No.
I'm just saying, like, the most of the games I did play with my dad were indoors, like board games.
Right. Well, you're kind of an indoor kind of kid.
I'll tell you, you know how hard it is to find a good pickup board game with the guys nowadays? I mean, I'm 24 years old.
Right.
And it's not the most popular request.
Good point there.
Yeah, I don't mean to take up your time. So,
Yes, you do.
you can hang up at any time and I'll keep talking.
Okay.
All right. Fading out.
See, it's so hard. See, you hear people complaining, like you hear people like the Queen of England will be complaining on the TV, you know, I've had a horrible year. And you just think, well, you live in a palace. I mean, any year you live in a palace, that's a pretty good year, isn't it? I mean, I live in a one-room apartment. I can sit on my toilet, turn on the TV, and shut the front door without moving. I don't think Americans understand royalty. I just think, you know, like if a British person sees a man wearing a crown, they think, oh, it's the king. You know, whereas if an American person sees a man wearing a crown, they think, Jughead. When what is the changing of the guard? It's people getting off work. You don't see Americans running down to the school. The new janitors are in at 4. Try and make them smile. Unbelievable. I watch the Weather Channel constantly. It's very soothing, but it's really, these guys are too excited about it. And it just, they're saying the historic winter of '96. You know, you'll be able to tell your children and your grandchildren about it. Yeah, I can't wait for that. You know, there's nothing that kids love better than weather stories from old people. Grandpa, tell us again about the time it was cold. Oh, grandmother and I had to wear hats. I like living here in the city, you know. I feel safe here because I got that chain that goes from the wall to the door. Because you put that on at night, and that just says to criminals, hey, you're not getting in here unless you push with your hand.
So, Ben, some waffles?
Is this morning?
Yeah, this is morning.
You know, sometimes I can't even tell anymore, Dad.
Hey, you want to play Let's Have Dinner for Breakfast today? Or how about another round of Guess Who?
Oh, Dad, come on. I don't want to play Guess Who.
I'll play one more game if you want.
Hey, Dad, I know you will. But, you know, you've been playing too much. You're all...
I'm hooked on it. You know, it's just
I'm all played out, to be honest with you. I mean,
it's like the old days, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not a kid anymore. I don't have the energy.
If you want to play another game.
I can't play another game, Dad.
Why is that?
I broke my half of the board. I took apart the board and I broke it up into little pieces. Well, I don't want you to think that I'm not going to go.
I'm not going to go out and buy another copy of Guess Who if you're going to break it.
I won't break it again. I just don't want you to think I'm a sore loser. I just broke it because you know how I like to break things and then put them back together.
Oh, is that what you were trying to do?
No. So you cheated that first time when you picked Franz, and that was cheating.
Yes.
How did you cheat?
You were sitting in front of the TV, and I saw the reflection of Franz.
Off the TV?
Off the TV set.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You know how to cheat really well.
You can hate me if you want, Ben. I mean, in fact, I wish you would.
I don't hate you, Dad. I'm bigger than that. It's only a childhood. I just can't believe that you would cheat on your own son. I mean, not only did you cheat...
Well, there was no one else around.
Yeah. You should have had more kids.
Spread the pain.
Yeah. Listen to me, Dad.
Ben, I am so disgusted with myself. If you want me to stay somewhere else tonight, I understand totally.
I think that maybe that might be...
That it might be hard for you to look at the man who did this to you tonight. Because, you know, you may not want to see me face to face tonight. So
as a matter of fact, after what I've learned, I'm thinking that maybe that's a good idea. We should stay apart for a while.
You know what? Tonight is not a great night for this. But if I can make this offer, if you would extend me, give me a little leeway here.
You want to stay out tomorrow night, maybe?
If that would work for you.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night actually is the night we usually watch TV together. Maybe Saturday night.
Okay.
You stay out of the house?
I'll stay out all night. You know.
Where are you going to stay?
Probably, at the Hilton.
I love the Hilton.
Well,
you mind if I come along?
Not at all.
We'll stay in the same hotel room.
Okay. You're not making this easy for me, Ben.
I understand, Dad, but I have to be hard on you.
Yeah.
After what you did to me, let's make it a whole weekend at the Hilton.
Okay. I deserve it.
And we'll have that special Sunday brunch you love.
All you can eat for $1,500.
Yeah. Everything's changed. When we had kids, everything changed. You know, I'm nuts about money now. I was never nuts about money before.
Yeah.
What happened? My wife became pregnant. I instantly turned into my dad. I found myself walking around the house at night turning off light switches. Anybody in this room? Anybody coming through this room? Or we just lighting up a whole neighborhood here? Because I got a 75 water up there, but I can drop her down to 15 and you people can't handle responsibility. What happens? I got married. My wife, what is it? I'm supposed to have never gone out with another woman before. Everything's supposed to be wiped from my memory. I mess up once in a while. You know, like I called her the wrong name. I do that. You know, I've done it. You know, hey, Sarah. She goes, Sarah? I go, yeah, is there another soda in the refrigerator? And I got to try to cover it. It's like ridiculous. I just say, yeah, you did something to remind me of another woman I used to date. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Dr. Katz, hello, what's wrong with that? Is there a discount if I have to wake you? My wife wants me to go shopping with her after this.
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand that. I mean, why does she want me to go shopping with her? She knows that I'm no good shopping with her. I mean, she's going to do stuff like try different things on.
Right.
I mean, you know, as soon as she comes out dressed from the first thing on, to me, it's like, you know, it's like a bank robbery. You know, let's go, that's the one, let's go, get in the car, come on, it's double parked and running, let's go, let's go. I mean, it's totally different for guy shop. I mean, here's how a guy shops. He's standing outside, he goes, I'm cold. He goes in the store, buys a coat, walks out, I'm not cold anymore. Shopping's over. No, I love the summer, but it makes me nuts driving around my wife because she can spot a garage sale. She can see a 3x5 car tacked up on a tree 3 miles up ahead.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, we're heading for somebody's yard full of junk. It never happens with my buddies. I'm never driving around my buddy and going, oh, Rich, look, garage sale. Oh, come on, go back. Look like I had a pair of shoes back there that might fit you.
I used to be really afraid of nuclear war when I was a kid, but now I feel kind of safe because I figure, well, I'll be saved by the emergency broadcast system.
Yeah.
So I'm not as worried about it. What kind of piece of crap? Who came up with what? If you're not watching TV or listening to the radio, do they just come to your door? You know what the emergency broadcast system is a test of?
Is this a test?
Your remote control.
Oh.
I just think we as a country, we need a new enemy.
Yeah.
You know, we were so much happier when we had communism to blame things on, and then Saddam Hussein for that weekend. You know, everything was just so much better. We need a new enemy. I was thinking Canada. You know, they're kind of pussies. They're nearby. And if they don't think we'd bomb them, I mean, we bombed Somalia, a country without copper wiring.
That's true.
That's our legacy, you know. Smart bombs, stupid children. In the next war, the bombs will be way too smart and valuable. We'll just have to drop illiterate school children on the country we're fighting. I was in Canada. The people there, so annoying. This woman, she's from Winnipeg. She kept asking, what do Americans really think about Canada? No, really, you can tell me. What do Americans really think about Canada? And I was just like, we don't. Until, you know, we run out of natural resources, you guys are pretty safe. Of course, when that day comes, you know, hey, Canada, I don't know how to put this. We're out of wood. Get out.
John, you know what the music means. Our time is up.
I'm smoking a cigarette. Relaxing.
You can't do that right now because our time is up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This has been a presentation from Comedy Central.